Pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. From midfield now, here's Palmer. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Brissett now on second down. He's going to fire one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He'll try to run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. They'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
Second down, Brissett. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Palmer. Dancing to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Palmer to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, if you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down throw for Brissett. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Jesse James, 30 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. He'll buy some time right. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Palmer. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll try and throw for him with Palmer. Open man right side is Ingram. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Palmer. Throwing middle but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Second and 10 now. It's Palmer. Steps away to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Throwing is Palmer. Flushed out right. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Brissett to throw on first. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Play fake. Brissett rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run. And was still accurate throwing the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Brissett on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again. Palmer. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Palmer. And now another one thrown incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, it's Palmer. Buying time to his left. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL And the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Come on, let's go. What? Nancy. What? Nancy. Ohio.
A second down throw for Brissett. Now and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 49 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
He's going to fire. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What? Nancy. What? Nancy.
First down, Brissett. Throws right side, and that's complete. And just shutting him off there. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jesse James, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals add on. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Palmer to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. On 1st and 10, Brissett sliding out of the pocket. James has got it, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Brissett, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Brissett. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that. Odell Beckham Jr., the 30, 10, for touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 77 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to spin free. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 41 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work.
Detroit!
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So out now come the Cardinals. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but The turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Flex round.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing now. Palmer on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped it for a short pickup. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. DJ Reader in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Palmer. And the pressure gets to him again. DJ Reader getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Let's go!
Second down, Brissett. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jermaine Gresham, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
It's caught. Shepard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Palmer on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On second down, here's Palmer. And he's going to go down again. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 48 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie able to drop him for a loss of a couple. On second down, Palmer. Over the middle to Beckham. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Cards, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I got so much